Before the dawn of time, one man's mission was to forge the most powerful signed Polaroid of all time. He searched far and wide, traveling across many strange lands. He toiled through the fires of Mordor, scoured the icy caves of Antarctica, and traversed the sands of the Sahara to find, to witness, to forge one Polaroid to rule them all. The most beautiful signed Polaroid of all time. The Mina Lisa. Obviously, that's not how the Polaroid was forged, but makes for a good story. This is From Once, To Once, For Twice. Let's get this show started. Hey there, fellow Onces. Today, we have a special treat. We are going to exhibit the Mina Lisa. A big shout out to my buddy Aaron Mariano for coining the term, a fitting name for a most beautiful Polaroid, comparable only to one of the greatest works of art, the Mona Lisa. If you just Google search twice Polaroid Mina, it'll pop up as one of the top search results. This iconic Polaroid is a symbolic representation of all Polaroids for casual Twice fans, doubling over as people's profile pictures or user icons, but to Twice Polaroid collectors, it's a holy grail. A bit about the Mina Lisa, in case you were wondering, it was not forged before the dawn of time. It was actually taken in 2019 during the Japanese Happy Happy promotion at the Japan Tower Records building. One extremely lucky fan won it in a drawing. Even from the start, it was clear people were asking, was this item on sale? But the winner stated it was practically an heirloom and would never sell it. For some time, the Mina Lisa became the stuff of legend, unattainable for any mere mortal. All that changed in 2021 when it listed on Mercari for over $2,000. Over time, the price discounted little by little. One of my close friends actually decided, hey, you only live once, and he actually tried to buy it through Bai. A brief aside to explain Mercari and Bai. Mercari is the Japanese merchant site which sells only to Japanese locals. If you're international and you want to buy, you have to rely on their proxy site, Bai. You typically place an order through Bai and they'll buy the item on your behalf. They'll have it shipped to their warehouse, and then they ship it to you. Now, back to the story. Unfortunately, 2 days after the purchase, my friend received a message from Bai saying the item was no longer available. When we went to search for the item on Mercari, it wasn't listed at all. Typically, items which have been sold or sold to someone else would have the words sold written on it. This one, it was just missing altogether. As is the case with a number of Polaroid sales or purchases, my guess as to what happened. The seller sometimes has regret for selling such a meaningful Polaroid. But if you're watching this, you're not expecting a sad ending. This is a story of redemption. About 1 week later, I received a message from my friend Cece, who noted that the Mina Lisa relisted on Mercari. My guess, the seller just needed some time before parting with their precious Polaroid. I messaged my friend who originally purchased the Polaroid, but he was unable to purchase due to being at work. I decided I could not let another chance slip away. I became my friend's proxy, and well, I bought via proxy through Mercari. About 1 week later, the Polaroid arrived and it was placed on display as a guest exhibit at the Nyan Mini Collection Museum before it was ultimately sent off to its permanent residence in Southern California. While we have the Polaroid here, let's take a look and see what makes this Polaroid so beautiful. Let's just take a moment of silence and appreciate this for what it is. Let's take a look at the Mina Lisa and break down why it's one of the most prized signed Polaroids. What is it about this Polaroid that captures our attention? Let's see if we can break it down technically and figure out why this is essentially the perfect Polaroid. In the world of photography, there's something known as Fibonacci spiral, and it looks something like this. It's a spiral shape that follows the rule of thirds, and when a picture follows this pattern, it really appeases the human mind. You can see, if we superimpose the sequence onto this picture, it fits quite well. First, you'll notice that the primary attention is really directed towards the center of the spiral, which is, well, Mina's face. As you follow the spiral outward, you'll notice the body is naturally aligned along the right 1/3 line. Tracking the spiral out further, you'll see it takes your attention to the signature. It's a 1, 2, 3 punch to your visual senses that you may not even comprehend when you first see it. And to think, this is a Polaroid. This is not a photo shoot. This wasn't edited in Photoshop. This was one take, which adds even more to the perfection of it, not to mention that the signature is in the most strategic spot. Next, let's focus on some specific components that make this Polaroid so amazing. The smile with the bite on the finger, playful, cheeky Mina. This is not an everyday thing for Mina. Honestly, I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm sure you can all appreciate it. Okay, seriously, I can't even. Looking at this Polaroid makes me want to go to the gym and work out on my own abs. This Polaroid has magical motivational powers. This alone is worth the price of admission. Mina's signature amongst the TWICE members, in my opinion, is one of the best signatures. Easily recognizable, and there's a star that really adds a flair to it. Here it is on full display, large, visible, strategically placed in Fibonacci sequence. Now, zooming back out, taking everything in totality, it's on the iconic gray Tower Records background, contrasting the subject matter so Mina really stands out. The only way to describe this? Perfection. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click the like button and make sure you subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment to let me know what you want to see more of.